Count
All right.
down.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, The Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing you that oh so amazing touch. And welcome you back to another episode of the Get Ready For It podcast. Before we get into today's episode, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my co-host once again, Jelly. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Jelly, are you ready to get into some things?
Yeah.
Because we got a 813 icon in the building right now, a legend, one of the hottest producers in the 813.
Okay.
He defines himself as Tampa's greatest creation. My boy Gitt Fai. Gitt Fai, what's up, my guy?
What's happening, man?
Hey, man, thank you so much for coming. We're going to get into a lot of things regarding yourself and your life and the things that you produce and also your music. My girl Jelly going to get started on the questions.
All right, let's get to it.
All right. So, what first got you into music?
What first got me into music, really just it being around me, like, everywhere I went, you feel me? Like, back in the 90s, like, it was like everybody had a boom box or a radio, you know what I'm saying? Some
Right.
kind of music device playing music, and it was just around me a lot. And I remember listening to Juvenile 400 Degrees. Like, my auntie had like a big stereo system with some like huge head. Well, it was probably like these, but it was huge to me back in the days, like headphones like these. And I like laid on the ground and listened to the whole album all the way through. And then all the places where he said Juvie, I put my name in there. And then when he said Magnolia, I put my hood in there. And it started like that.
Did you substitute it with like Gitt Fai?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Gitt Fai at the time.
Oh, okay.
What was it at the time?
Ah, damn, y'all.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah,
don't remember.
it
He said that's too far back.
It was,
That's cool.
yeah, it was another
But
name.
what first got you into producing?
Into producing, my cousin Josh, he had a program on his computer called Magic's Music Maker. And he was like, when I was at his house, you know, like, I was the little cousin, so I had to use everything when everybody else wasn't using it type shit. So they'll be on the PlayStation, they'll be on like whatever else going on, but like that was like the one thing that people start, you know, he'll do it, but he wasn't on it all the time. So I
Yeah.
started jumping on the computer and trying it, and it stuck. I've been on it since then.
And that was at what age?
I was like 10.
Oh, so you've been on it for a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Are your family big music lovers like yourself?
Yeah, they big music lovers. Just listening to, you know, just fans of it, but nobody really started doing it. You know, like no musicians or anything like that until me. Now the new generation in our family, everybody do music now.
Okay. How was it for you growing up? Was music always a big part of your life?
Yeah, like that's why I've been doing it since I was 10. Well, I was rapping before that. I was rapping before I started making beats. I was rapping when I was like 6 or 7. Like as soon as I knew how to like read and write, I was on it. I've been rapping since.
Okay.
Like for real,
You
but
got a good history on it.
yeah, but yeah. Damn, what was the question again?
No, you answered the question.
Okay.
So I have a question because, you know, I did a little research just for a moment here. I did a little research on you and stuff like that. And sometimes you say that you are a rapper, but then sometimes you say, no, I'm just a producer. So do you consider yourself both, or you consider yourself just what is that? What is that there?
I just consider myself just a creative, really. Like sometimes I'm in rapper mode, sometimes I'm in producer mode, you know. Like, but when I go in the studio, there's no telling what I'm gonna do. Like, I might just only make beats that day. I may mix. You know, I might be an engineer that day. You know, I may do all of it.
Yeah, just go with the flow.
Oh,
I just go with the flow, but
you are all-purpose artist.
right, I'm just all over the place with it. But I consider myself a producer first, though.
All right.
Like, because that's something I know I stick with till I'm gray. You know what I'm saying? I produce forever. But rapping, sometimes I want to do it, sometimes I don't. But
That's where your heart is at. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm probably never gonna stop rapping either. But as far as doing it as a like trying to be the biggest, I don't know about that. That's kind of played on me now.
What musical artist inspired you to make your music, or to make music rather?
Kanye West, probably the biggest inspiration. Like, I followed that man whole journey all the way through, like, because that was around the same time. Like, when I started making beats, it was like that same weekend I remember when I learned what a producer was. It was when we had like when H to the Izzo was out, Jay-Z, and my cousin had like the single CD, like so it had the the regular version, the clean version, the instrumental, and I seen it said produced by Kanye West. We were saying Kanye West. That's how early it was. He wasn't even like famous yet. It was like we were saying Kanye West, and I remember watching this whole journey after that. Like after the car crash happened after that, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff. So that's probably the main inspiration. Just showing me like what a producer can do, like how far somebody could take it, and that you could also rap too. You know what I'm saying? You have to choose one or the other. But other than that, probably like Trick Daddy and Juvenile and the whole Cash Money movement.
Oh yeah, I love that whole movement.
You know what's crazy was one of our next questions was going to be because we did a little of course we do a little digging around here a little bit, and you said the first beat you made, the first beat that you made was after you heard H to the Izzo. What was it about that specific song that made you get that inspiration to do that?
It was because for one, it was like a hit, but then like that was the first time I really like listened to an instrumental. You know what I'm saying? Like just no words and just had like, because I had the CD, it was like I was able to play it back, and that beat like kind of fucked me up because it was a sample, the Jackson 5 sample on there. It was like, damn, like I'm like breaking it down in my head, and I'm like I was just amazed by it, like it fucked me up when I heard it. I'm like, damn. Somebody did this, like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got it in my head, like, okay, somebody made this right here, like, who did this? How did they do it? So when I seen my cousin the same weekend, on the beat making program, I was like, okay, I'm finna try to do that. I'm finna make me some shit.
Okay. So let's take you back a little bit. As once again we are investigators, private eye and things like that. We finna take you back just a little bit back to August of 2019. 2009 to be exact. Yeah. August the 4th. You got a YouTube page,
right?
And if you go all the way back, there's this first thing that you posted on that page was On the Side.
Right.
We finna play that. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna take the audience all the way back. Take a look.
This is where it started.
Oh yeah, we playing the whole song too.
This is a long song. Back in the day,
it is a long song. We're gonna play a majority of the song.
Play a good piece of it. You gotta play the whole
thing.
It might be women on the side, but you're the one I'm treating right. The only one I'm staying with, the mother hoes on me. It might be women on the side, but you're the one I'm treating right. The only one I'm staying with, the mother hoes on me. Shit on me, shit on me, shit on me, shit on me, I play games, and the truth is, shit, I probably won't change. But with the other hoes, I'm just trying to paint. I'm trying to explain that she ain't the same. I made you the main. You called me with Keisha, Lisa, and Nisha. I flirt, I'm a flirt. I cheat, I'm a cheater. But that shit getting played out like Adidas. So when that all feel, I know I'ma need ya. I know I'ma keep her. I know I'ma keep you. Me know you like a blunt, no reefer. The other hoes weaker. So all I get is a mouthful of Peter. I'm out, then I leave her. All I'm trying to say is let a dog play.
Gitt Fai, let's talk about that a little bit. How old were you back in 2009 when you put that song up?
Well, that's when I put it on YouTube, but I made it like a year before that. And I was probably like 16 when I made that. 16. I think I was 16.
So even back then, you said, you know what, this is what I want to do.
I said it before that. That was just when I actually got in like a better studio. I had a homeboy who had like a cool home setup with like some nice shit in there, and I started going up. But that wasn't even supposed to be my song. Like I was invited to the studio to produce for this group he was working with, and like the singer on the hook, Tay, he was in that group, and I wrote the song, like I wrote the hook, and then made the beat. But by the time I was done with the beat, I'm like, hold on, wait. This one a little too hard. This one a little too hard. Like I'm all right, let me see how these verses sound, and then we'll get back to y'all.
Okay.
I never got back to them. No, I said no. That's what I told them. I never got back to them. Like, but they're my little homies though.
Since you're a producer, what is your creative process like? Well, how's that creative journey when you just are producing a beat or music, or how's that journey? I kind of just go with the flow, but I get inspiration from everywhere. Like
one thing I see, y'all gonna have me giving away secrets. But one thing I do is I might ride around Tampa. That's why I like being in Tampa too. Like I go everywhere else, but I like Tampa for this. I might turn all like no music on in my car. But I might listen to what everybody else playing. You feel me? And a lot of times where I get samples from is old songs that people playing in their car, like in traffic or next to me and shit. And that's like just one little creative process. I done like recorded rainwater on my phone and made a beat out of that, like the drainage pipe.
Oh, that's
I done
dope.
recorded that and made a beat out of that.
That's dedication right there, man.
Yeah, inspiration comes from anywhere. So the creative process just, I don't know, just letting inspiration happen and rolling with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Who would you most like to you worked with a lot of people. Who are some people that you would like to collaborate with?
I want to work with.
Oh, he don't work with everybody.
Yeah,
Then basically,
I don't work with a lot of people. Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay.
Oh, I love some Ty Dolla $ign.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. You know, Gitt Fai, there's you got this song. It's a hot song. I think it's like it's one of my favorites, and I want to play that one. I'm gonna play that one.
What is it?
You gonna know what it is?
Keep a hoe. I knew it was keep a hoe. It had to be keep a hoe.
I can't keep a hoe, but bitch, I'm him. I ain't never ever need a hoe. Might catch me with a freaking hoe, with some pretty ass feet with a sideways pinky toe. I love me a hood bitch. If you see me with it, then you know she suck a good dick. Little bitch, stay away from me. If you can't work the scale, make it play for me. Temper nigga, I got 5 hoes. 5 main bitches, I ain't got no side hoe. Getting money, nigga, that's the shit that I'm on. It's all hundreds, you can count it with your eyes closed. I been on the way smoking big blunt of pasta. Real nigga to the end, I would not fold. If I'm beefing with a nigga, it ain't by hoes. Been getting pussy since Melissa's and Gauchos. Lay it down, then eat it right. Dick it down like I need somewhere to sleep tonight. Gitt Fai juiced up like a pre-sun. Take a nigga bitch, bring a bite like a refund. I can't keep a hoe, but bitch, I'm him. I ain't never ever need a hoe. Might catch me with a freaking hoe, with some pretty ass feet with a sideways pinky toe. I love me a hood bitch. If you see me with it, then you know she suck a good dick. Little bitch, stay away from me. If you can't work the scale, make it play for me. I can't lie, I'm fucked up by the stripper bitch. A little freak tryna fuck me on the internet. I ain't into that. I wanna see you put that arch in that tender shit and let me tender that. Yep, I go dog in that kitty cat, but you gotta give me head like a fitty cap. You gotta ride a nigga like a city map, and you gotta ride around the city with that. She fell in love with that nigga cause I child. She love it when I hit her from the back. She don't call me FTI, she call me dad. She get mad when I leave, but I gotta get that bag. I can't keep a hoe, but bitch, I'm him. I ain't never ever need a hoe. Might catch me with a freaking hoe, with some pretty
Can you
ass
about to
feet
do
with a
Sanchez?
sideways.
You about to do the Sanchez? Okay.
Hey, let's talk about Keep a Hoe. Let's talk about that process and let's talk about all of it. Where did that come from? Like, give me some background on that.
Really, how that started was from I did like I don't know if y'all was paying attention to the DJ Yayo ciphers that was going on. He kept doing. I was making the beats for him, and I ended up getting on one of them and killed that motherfucker.
You did.
You really did. That's like,
This is my first time like actually hearing that song today, and I'm fucking with it heavy. It was a side pinky toe for me, like why?
Hey, no, I let a couple of my friends. He like, oh, that's a real rapper right there. I'm like, he legit.
Appreciate it.
So,
but it started from like the verse. Like first, I had like it was like a little bit more on the verse, and I did it on one of the ciphers. It was on a different beat, but it was like the same tempo. So people started liking the cipher I did, and it was saying, turn it to a real song. Y'all should drop that. So what I did was just took the verse and made a beat around it, and then went in the studio, went in the booth, and then kind of like came up with the hook behind the mic. It was just our vibes.
Is that like one of your biggest singles that you done put out?
Yeah, so far as like an artist, yeah.
Right, as an artist.
Yeah, as an artist, for sure. Because it's playing in damn near every club, every night, even when I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how
what it kind of remind me of a little bit? It's giving me like Trick Daddy vibes, like yeah.
What I did, like what I was saying, like what I try to do with music, I try to find a void or something, that's missing. I think that's the easiest stuff to get to catch on. And if you look, that's why the songs I be producing be catching on. I look for a void and see what's needed in the clubs, and I seen like that Florida vibe really missing. Like it's a lot of killing music and shoot 'em up, bang bang shit,
right.
or op dropping shit, but like that Florida shit, like real club Florida music that we could party to, like nah, that's missing. So that's why I wanted to go.
Is there like a sample in that one?
Yeah, that
like
Gitt Fai.
Okay, yeah. I knew it. It just made me want to like.
Jelly, you got a good ear, man. You got a good ear. You got a good ear.
Producer, man. She need to make some beats now.
I used to go to school to be an audio engineer.
For real? Where you went? Full Sail?
I went to International Academy of Design and Technology, but I ain't finished, so.
My dog got the knowledge. She said, I don't even finish the course. I'm doing it. I ain't about it, man.
Nah, I just ain't had no babysitter. That was a thing.
That's why I stopped going to college, too.
So I got a question. So, doing some research at a certain point, I know you did a couple of interviews. You were talking about Street Kanye album. Whatever happened to that?
Street Kanye. Yeah. What happened with that project is a couple of things. First, the samples on the project. It was like hard to get them cleared.
Okay.
But then once they got cleared, I kind of got offered a situation from a label. What I was planning on doing was releasing it through them. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as I get my situation, because usually when they sign, it's like project based. It's like I already have, so I have something already. With no recording budget, I ain't got to spend none of their money. You know what I'm saying? I already got something ready. That's what I wanted to do, but what happened was it ended up taking like way longer. The back and forth trying to get things right took so long, and then I ended up not taking it. I ended up turning it down. And that kind of held things back, and I kind of went back in producer mode after that. You know what I'm saying? Like really, just started, just tapping into the
that's some transparency because everybody
still I'm dropping pretty much the songs that was on there, but on something else. Like it's ready to go right now.
I was actually fascinated about the title, though. Let's talk about the title. Even though I know that project is something that you didn't release yet, or it's still in the works or something. We're gonna do something later with that. Right. Where does that title come from? What is it about? Street Kanye album.
Because like I told you, I seen the whole process, like it's Kanye's whole journey, and it's a lot of similarities between the two. Like even just to the simple fact of the sampling thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, the sample thing, or just the dedication behind, that's put into the music. Like I see, I picked up a lot of it from him. You know what I'm saying? I've been a student from Far the whole time, but I feel like one difference is like I'm from Tampa though. Like they feel like Tampa. Like you feel me? Like for real. Like really been out here for real. So it's like a whole nother street element to my shit. I mean, to my music or whatever, or my approach. Like that's kind of not in Kanye music, but it's cool. That's who he is. But that's
Okay. Bad. Yeah. So you have worked with a lot of people. I'm sure you have had a lot of mentors starting off. Like, what was some of the best advice that you got in the field of work that you do, which is producing?
Crazy part about it, I never had a mentor like in music. I had until not that long ago, like probably like a couple years ago. But the whole journey, I really didn't have no mentor at all. I had to really figure this shit out, trial and error.
Did anybody give you any advice though? It can not necessarily mentor, maybe like a friend or a family member or associate or something.
Nah, the closest thing, for real, because my people, my family, they really didn't get it until it started working, and a little after that probably. But probably the only advice I got was from like a crackhead, man. Like he was like basically he used to be like under this. I used to live in these apartments, and I used to sit up in the on the stairwell and the staircase, and like I'd be rapping the music. I'd be playing beats I just made on my phone and like coming up with songs to him. And one day he came out after me doing it for like probably like a month or so. I was making a project then. He came up. He was like, "Hey, boy, if you stick with that, you're going to be one of the greatest ever. Stick with that, you're going to be one of the greatest ever. I see you up here every day." He's like, I hear you up here every day. You stick with that, you're going to be one of the greatest ever. And just walked off. I ain't never see him again. But
listen, people of America, you heard what that man said. He said, take time to listen to a bass or a crackhead because they got some word of wisdom somewhere. They
really do.
And some knowledge somewhere. That's really dope. That's really dope.
Now I got some good advice from bass and crackheads. Man. One time, bass looked me in my eye like with like a single tear dropping at the gas station. Like, "Hey, go get you some money, young nigga." I said, "Oh shit." God damn.
Oh,
Hey, give me
man.
some money out.
For real.
So you've been in the industry for quite some time. You've seen a lot of things. You've seen a lot of changes. You've seen a lot of things stay still. If there's anything you could change in the particular industry that you work in, what would that be?
I change how producers get treated. Producers and engineers, like for real, like because
They so underrated.
we play a big role in the finished product,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like it get pushed to the side after it's done. Like I believe producers should get paid more. I believe engineers should get paid more. Like I don't know.
Do you think in the producer world there's like a what is it called, crab in a buckle?
Crab in the bucket?
Yeah, is that mentality amongst producers?
Nah, not at
No?
all.
Okay.
Like, it's the opposite of the actual producer community.
Mm-hmm.
Like with each other, like nah. As soon as I got my first placement with YoungBoy, that was like probably 2017. The producer community kind of accepted me with open arms. Like I'm started getting new sounds and drums from people, just sending it for free. Like they pretty much, you want us, come on. Like, and I kind of do the same thing with other producers. Like even if they don't have a placement, like, I done took a couple producers under my wing and like been that mentor, a big homie.
Who's some of them producers you would say?
Oh, that I took under my wing. C4 Khalik, probably DJ Tropical. I think he dropped the DJ off his name now. Yoda Gang Beats. It's a couple on my young Christo.
I like that you do that because sometimes people are not always willing to give to teach. People come behind them because they want to.
You can ask any one of them. I always tell them, bro, we all we got. Like, I make sure that I tell them that every conversation we have, we all we got. Like just how I told you, like the producer started sending me drums and stuff. Like my sounds I use for the songs in Tampa that have popped off, like I'm So Tampa and Two Step and all that. I put those into a kit and I send it to each one of them, like all the drums and like use this your way. You feel me? Type shit. And I ain't charge them nothing. I charge the other producers, like from out of the studios, out of town, or producers. But the ones here, them young boys, like I done sent that to them, like, bro, do your thing. Like these work.
That's dope that you do that. Jelly's gonna move over to her segment here.
Okay,
you ready for it?
Yeah, sure. So I guess this is Gitt Fai on the way. Say on Twitter.
Oh shit!
So these are we once again we do that research over here and we done dug through some things and we done found some things that you done said on Twitter. So basically, this segment is where we take things that you have said on a social media platform. This one being Twitter, and we are going to read them back. And she's going to ask you what you were thinking when you gave that, and how do you feel about that statement that you made now, and things like that.
Goddamn! All right, let's do it.
Ain't nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Listen, I kept it
cool.
PG.
She skipped over some shit. Man.
All right, so 2022, I've been minding my business, drinking water, and making some of the best beats I've ever made.
Ooh.
And what month was that?
That was 2000. It was this year.
That had to be like top of the year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What month you said?
I don't know what month it was this year. It was early this year.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure because I could tell you exactly where I was at. But I did some mushrooms earlier in the year, and I kind of had an epiphany type thing. You feel me? And I started.
Honestly, I like that honesty. That keep going.
Yeah, I started working out a lot more. I started playing tennis and jogging and running and shit like that. And it felt good. But I started making some dope ass beats. Like my approach to making beats usually was like I'll fire up a blunt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped smoking blunts too. Like at the same time, I started smoking papers, black raw papers. But
They have black rob, okay?
Black raw papers.
Teach me something. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, fuck with them black raws. I like you can see the weed through it. Like you ain't smoking nothing. But and I smoke producer weed for everybody. No rapper weed, producer weed. It's better. But yeah, that was my process.
Producer weed. Wait, what's that? What?
Wait, let him
Because
continue.
you know how people say rap. Everybody be saying they smoking rapper weed like that's the best. Nah, producers actually smoke better than rappers. You feel better quality.
So it's actually called producer weed.
It's
or
we
y'all just
categorize
it's
it.
just okay. All right,
No.
it's making sense. I'm just trying to
the
make sure
real
I'm
czar. You
understanding.
feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that what I was saying was that was really only like that was my part of my creative process down there every time I sat down to make a beat. But it seemed like this year I kind of been, like I said, I tapped back into getting inspiration from wherever and just going to the park and seeing nature and different little shit I ain't never did. It surprised me how much that inspired me also too. Like, you know what I'm saying? What kind of vibes that put me in to go make dope shit too. So that's why I was with that.
All right. So next one, the people that claim what they would do if they was in your position be the same people that would never do what it takes to be in your position.
I said it.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, I said some shit. Boy, bars. Quote that. Put that on a t-shirt. Bitch.
Put that on something, a statement.
But that's real though. Like it's. I don't know. Everybody done been around the people who always saying they would have did this, or man, if I was him, I'd do this. If I was him, almost every time I heard somebody say some shit like that, it's somebody who would never be him. Who he said, if I was him, like you would never put that effort in to do nothing that man doing. Like everybody want to tell you what LeBron should have did or would have did. You would never do what LeBron did to be LeBron.
Even hit step
or whoever.
Preach.
It don't matter who it is, but because the person who working to get in that position, they ain't even worried about that. They working to get in that spot so they could do it. You know what I'm saying? Not just talking about it.
That's right. All right. So I talk shit and have my issues with the music industry, but I can never deny that it allowed me to turn my whole life around. For sure.
It's a lot of, crazy stuff that come with this business, this whole, industry. But overall, it really allowed me to change my whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a way different place. Like, you was like, I mean, y'all shit. I worked with y'all at one point. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm like too far from that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at a point where I was struggling for real. I used to walk to that job. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was walking to that job from like not very close. You feel me?
Damn.
And then finally got a car that bit broke down. It was wild, man. Then I lost that job. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like 9 months later after I got it. But I was in a real different space. But this music, me not giving up on it, like really sticking with it, even at those times, like even when I ain't had nowhere to go, I would have a laptop with me. Like that's one thing that stayed constant the whole time. I'm still working. That shit allowed me to turn everything around.
That's the message there. That's
it really is. That was really inspiring, having to walk to work.
Yeah, and that job was the ghetto.
It was wild. It was wild. It was
one of the easiest jobs of my life.
Yeah, anyway. I just told somebody that like this morning. Right, I swear. I was just tracking packages.
I swear that shit was ghetto as fuck.
As fuck.
Oh, okay. Let me next. Okay, just because I fall out with somebody you don't fuck with, that don't mean me and you finna be cool. Nah, fuck you too. I felt that one.
See, I felt that one too. Like, Bobby said some shit on Twitter now. I gotta go back to my Twitter. But yeah, man, that's another thing. Like every time people fall out, they wanna click up with other people who don't like you and stuff. Like that ain't really my approach. I ain't with that too much. You feel me?
I feel that.
Say fuck both of y'all and just rock by myself. Like I'm straight.
I know that's right. Just because you like him. I mean, we finna be cool and hanging out so we can like tag team. No, we ain't
finna be like, we both hate him. Let's hate him together. Shit, fuck that. Nah, bro.
Let's wear t-shirts. Hashtag I hate him.
I hate him. Fuck that nigga.
Oh, so this one straight to the point. Either you with me or against me.
Yeah, I mean that's that. I don't really do that in between. So.
Have you had situations like that where
Yeah, I done had situations where I fell out with people who I've been cool with for about 20 years. Like I was saying 10 years plus. Like on some pretty much that. Either you with me or against me. Ain't really no in between. Like you know what I'm saying? Not with me. Like. Cause I'm with you right or wrong. Like, I'm gonna tell you wrong, but I'm still with you. You feel me? Like that's the difference between you. Like I could take criticism or from people I trust, but it's the difference like when you actually see somebody like really don't have your best interest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like, what are you really trying to get out of this?
Yeah. Real. What's your agenda? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you waiting on me to post money material shit or reach a certain number of followers before you value me at a high level, just know I'm at least 10 steps ahead of y'all.
For real. I try not to let the social media, thing get to me to, getting out of character, doing something I wouldn't normally do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really no flashy dude. Like, you feel me? I don't care too much for attention. You feel me? So, like, I don't really have, I don't know. And that's another thing that producing, like, kind of, it's a luxury. I could be somewhere and not be there. Like my music could be there and I'm not there. Like I'm in the clubs every night. I'm not in the clubs every night, but I got like 4 or 5 songs that play in there every night. But so yeah, like I'm glad that should afford me the luxury to see that type of shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could get things done without having a crazy amount of followers. I ain't finna, do a bunch of shit for attention. Like, I don't plan on. I never have done it. I don't plan on ever doing it.
Have you had people that in the beginning of your career, they weren't down to support you, but now they see you get into a certain level. Now they like, I want to be on the wave. I want to be on the
yeah. And I let them be on the wave too. I just tax them though. You feel me?
Ooh. You said what?
Push it again. All right.
Hey, I felt that one so bad. He said, "I just taxed the ass."
Yeah, they can all get on the way. Like I ain't hating on nobody, but I remember that. I don't delete my DMs. You feel me?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And I see that. So like, I don't know. Some people have shown that it don't matter how many followers you got, or how much they think you got, but it's really, I see it's a lot of shallow people out here. Like if you ain't got this or that, they gonna thank you, whatever. But like I said, I'm glad that production allowed me the luxury to be able to sit back. I could do what I need to do. Like, if you look at my story, like, you can look at the views on your story. Like, sometimes I look straight blue check, like straight executives and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope that I'm in that space and I don't have to do all this out of character shit. Like, a bunch of shit I don't want to do. Or a bunch of shit to impress people who don't really give a fuck. They just want to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna make a clip out of that tax here. That shit was funny as fuck. Okay.
All right. So they figured this Gitt Fai on the way thing was just a little producer tag. Whole time the shit been a warning. Hashtag Gitt Fai on the way. Or no, Gitt Fai on the way. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you good. But yeah, that's. I mean, I kind of going what he just asked. It's been a warning the whole time.
They thought that shit was a game. They thought you were just playing it. You just,
that Gitt Fai on the way. Oh, Gitt Fai on the way. Where are you on the way to? People that ask me, what happened when you get there? You gonna be on the way forever? The whole time it's a warning, boy.
It's a warning,
boy. You laughing?
Yeah.
It's a whole storm on the way, man.
A whole storm.
Last but not least, on the Twitter, I'm not rich, but I'm blessed as fuck to be on my way to it, doing what I've been working towards my whole life. I think about that shit and just smile sometimes.
Yeah, for real, man. Like the other day I was just saying, I said it in the song, living my dreams is kind of funny when you think about it. Like just the wordplay on it. Like I wake up and live my dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird.
Who said living my life like it's golden? Who said that?
That was Jill Scott.
Right.
So how does that make you how to make you to know that you have not also you have skills, but you are successful within those skills?
Right, it kind of tripped me out sometimes. I could have stopped so many times,
right.
Like, you feel me, and just been like some dude working at Burger King who raw as fuck on beats, or working at UPS that's raw on beats. Like I still don't like if it gets to the point, I still go there. But what I'm saying,
right.
I put the effort in to like see my talent take me places or do things for me or provide for my family and stuff like that. Like. I've actually seen that, the work I put in is for a reason. You feel me? I get to see that shit. I wake up and do what I love every day, even on the journey to get more or, level up. Every day I'm still like, I wake up and do what I love. Like that shit kind of crazy to me.
You ever have a day like where it frustrates you?
Yeah, for sure. And I just back off the shit. Like I might not make beats for like a week, like sometimes, and just vibe out. Just it used to really frustrate me sometimes, but then I had to learn, you can't force nothing. Like, and I work better. Like I could sometimes when I do take a break, like some days or a week, I come back and make some crazy shit. You feel me? So it don't frustrate me no more. I know how it go now.
So like when they have like writer's block, you have like a producer block kind of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I mean, at any point in time, I could get in there and just do something. But like as far as the stuff that like. My best stuff is stuff that just came through like inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I like to work. But sometimes it don't come. And I used to get frustrated by it. Like, damn, I'm losing. I'm fucking up. Sometimes I be like, I don't know how to make beats no more, bro. I'm just sitting there like, damn, I done forgot, bro. I done lost it, bro. Then make some crazy shit 2 days later. So I done been doing it long enough to see like, okay, sometimes you gotta just chill.
Sure.
So moving on from that, you've worked with quite a few people such as NBA YoungBoy, Rodway, sorry, Tay Bay, E40, Tom G as well.
Tom G.
Tell me about those experiences. First, let me start with NBA YoungBoy. How did that connection start? How was it?
That started through what happened? Okay, 2016. I was working on a project. I worked on a project for myself, mixtape, and my favorite song on the mixtape was called Tampa Classic, and the beat on there I had posted on Facebook, I think, and then DJ Swift, my homie, he produced for YoungBoy and Kodak and all them like that. He from Tampa too. I don't know if y'all know him, but he seen it. He seen the post and was like, that's fire, whatever. And I had pretty much sent it to him for him to work on. I'm thinking he gonna send it back for my song. He ended up sending it to YoungBoy, and next thing you know, he called me like months later. I done dropped the mixtape and everything. I was like, fuck it, I ain't finna keep waiting. But months later, he called me. Well, he hit me on IG and was like, "You fuck with YB?" I'm like, "YoungBoy." He was like, "Yeah." He like, "Bro, he just went in on that beat." Then like a month later, it dropped. So then after that is when I established a relationship. Like, so I ain't had no relationship at first. It was just through Swift. But then after that happened, I like hit up everybody to try to find somebody in his circle who I could, tap into. Like, hey, I'm the one who made that beat. Right. I did that, developed a relationship with them, with his people, and that's how I got the other beats on they use.
So with NBA YoungBoy, what was one of your favorite songs you produced for him?
Probably Danger. Yeah, that's
okay.
Because that beat, I took a few risks on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the bass line, that it's like a room, like it's like a few things I did with it, like that I wasn't sure about when I did it, but when he got on it, was like, okay, that's dope.
Well, let's listen to a little bit, right? Just with the instrumental. Let's listen to it just a little bit.
What's the instrumental?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all this is you right here. I think that's amazing to like all that's you, like that's like to be able to create something, all that in the background and then
like, some of that shit I ain't even remember to like right now, like hearing the instrumental by itself, like, oh yeah, I did do that in the background. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So how was it? You're once again you are Tampa based, born and raised in Tampa 813.
Born and raised.
Just me personally, if you work in the musical world in Tampa, you gotta always link up with Tom G. Tell me about that experience working with Tom G. Tampa,
I knew Tom for a while. I knew Tom since I was a Jit. He used to live up the street. But we never did music till like later on. But I knew him and his brother Tyler like for a while. I knew his dad used to be my coach in football like a long time ago. But when I finally linked with him, it was probably like 2016, 17. And then we just been working ever since. I done did a few songs for him, like a good probably
name some songs if you can recall.
He was on this track called "Love You More" by another artist, but he jumped on it. Then I did a bunch of songs for him, but only like 1 or 2 on them dropped. He still got them in the can. I don't know. Cause we were doing like one here, one there, but then like recently, the last couple of years, we like actually been locked in.
Okay.
But the song, my favorite one so far is the one with Sauce Walker, Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
That's dope. The video out there too is doing good.
And you also work with, I don't want to mess up this man name, Rod Wave. I said it right. Rod Wave.
You got to know Rod Wave. He from down.
I do, but it's just like I mean, like when sometimes I talk, I'll mess up the name really quick. So
I love Rod Wave.
Rod Wave.
Everybody's like, he's so emotional. I don't care. I love music about pain. So
yeah, that's
so you work with him. What's some of the things you work with him?
I did Belly of the Beast with him and Vaughn, really the same artist who I was saying did the song with Tom G first. And let me just touch on this real quick. It's dope to work with artists who like really own their shit, because Vaughn, working with him, I got tapped in with like different situations. Like even me and Tom, we knew each other, but we didn't really work together. So he did that feature with Vaughn, and then me and Tom started tapping in for real, locking in for real. But then the same artist, Vaughn, really, he worked with Rod Wave, and that's how I linked with Rod Wave. Like even having to contact his people and all that type of shit. Like, and that was, he did that song with Vaughn the day before he signed his deal with Alamo. So I was got in there right before he, and we developed kind of a little relationship, and we had the same barber.
Them barber relationships can help you out. You know, feel me?
And shit, one day I just see him go live, like the barber. Him go live and my beat playing in the background, like while he cutting Rod Wave hair and shit, like while he in there with him, like, oh shit. Then that's when he recorded Calabasas.
Well, let's play that one too, because that's what's on my phone right now. Let's hear that. We're not gonna play the song. We're gonna play the instrumental like we just did.
I don't think it matters. Like either one, if they gonna get you, they gonna get you.
Once again, amazing work, man.
Thank you. See, but that one wasn't all me though. That was a dope collaboration between me and a producer from the Bay Area, John C. Him and I forget the other dude. Now he done changed his name so many times. The guitarist, like the guitarist, he got that to John. John added some stuff on it, but I went and put the drums on it. Mm-hmm. But it was dope because John is one of the producers who, like I told you, he already had plenty placements and Kevin Gates stuff and all this type of shit. But he like hit me up out of nowhere, like, hey, let's work. You know what I'm saying? And he from way across the country. And it was dope that Rod Wave ended up using the beat because he an artist from down here and put E40 on it, who's a an artist from the Bay Area. So like a producer from here and an artist from, you know what I'm saying?
So I was listening to an interview that you did, and they asked you a question. I just want to know if this is still relevant to how you feel right now. You said in an interview that you would not sign to a major label because you have this producer thing down to a science. What do you mean when you said that? What did you explain that?
Like I wouldn't sign to like anything other than a deal that pretty much like a label situation or something that actually makes sense. Like I told you, I turned down the situation I was offered. I turned down a few situations now. At this point, over the last like 5 years, probably been like 6, 7 situations I turned down. But it's all because what they offer you is kind of crazy, man. Mm-hmm. You really look at it. Like a lot of times you lucky if you get 50% of your money.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they give you money, but you got to pay that back with them taking out 50%. So it's like you double paying it back. Like, it's weird. So if you look at it, kind of look crazy. It's crazy fucking contract. It's like some buy here, pay here type shit. That shit weird. That shit like some weird. And then they try to put it in. And then it's even one thing I seen in the contract that kind of made me say that shit or even feel that way is like I seen that they don't even have to pay you all your money. It's like in every contract, it's like the same little thing. I seen a lot of stuff was different, but in each one, it was like this thing on that says the label pretty much only has to pay like 90 something percent of your money, and then I don't even know what the rest of it say. Like I can't even put the rest of the sentence into like real English terms for you. But I seen that, and each one is like it's not even like 100% of the money. It's like some of it they can just do what the fuck they want. It's like weird, like little shit like that. And I'm saying like, damn. Niggas just be signing this shit and just be like, whatever. But then you see them months later, like, fuck the label.
Right.
I'm getting about this shit. Empire can kiss my ass. like, so I don't want to get into that. But the production thing, I see like I can lead an artist to a label, and if they want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they get a dope situation. Because I can see why it could be beneficial for somebody who only raps. You know what I'm saying? Or don't have, the understanding of the industry like that, who, it work out for some people, but I'd rather do that instead of me actually signing.
Okay.
Unless it makes sense though.
You've been in this business for a very long time, so you probably have a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. So what we did to our audience, we sent in a request asking people if they had any questions. So most of them did send in 2. So we have 2. So I'm going to read them, and I want you to give your advice on what this person should do. It's anonymous, so there's no names to this.
Gotcha.
The first one is, hey, podcast crew, I'm a new up-and-coming artist, and I'm struggling with getting my music out. What's the best way to promote your music? Sincerely, up-and-coming. What do you think is the best way people can promote their music?
It depends what kind of music you're making, really. Like,
let's say rap.
Rap, if you're making rap club type music, like, you know what I'm saying, this music you want to get like in the club space or shit like that, I would say I would tap into where you at. Like wherever, like if they in Tampa, I would tap in with the people at the club, like the DJs, like how I did it, I started looking at every flyer. Like every time somebody put a flyer up, what I look at is who, let's say sounds by DJ, who, okay, let me find whoever that is. Let me get to him. And I did that for like years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So tapping in with them, I go to the event, anything they doing, and tap in with them, really develop relationships with ones that are natural, relationship developed from. Like I ain't really trying to force nothing just because they're a DJ, but the ones who really fuck with me and like
you doing the groundwork.
What I was doing, like I tapped in with that, and then you gonna have to pay some money too. I would say the blogs, like, but I say do it strategic though. It's like a real formula behind the shit. Like I got a whole rollout. Really, he could contact me. I could help him. You know what I'm saying? Just contact me. I got a rollout. It's like a guideline, like pretty much a checklist that each song, like you go down that checklist from 1 to like 20. If you do everything on that list, there ain't no way you can fail. Really.
Okay. The next one is we kind of touched on this, but we're going to touch on it again because they sent it in. They said, "Hey, Gitt Fai, what's happening? How do you deal with doubters in the start of your career? Like, because you talked about there were some people, but how did you deal with that? We're going to talk about that a little bit more. How did you deal with that? How do you handle that? Like, say if I'm your parent, I came to you, say I want to be a producer and stuff like that. That's my career goal. And they look at you like, nah, you need to get a 9-to-5 job. You need to be.
That's what happened. Like that really happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? So. I don't know. I just ignored it, bro. But I was like hard headed though, so I don't know how to. Like they told me a lot of stuff I ain't listened to, so I don't know. I was really like, you can't let other people's failure. I mean, like fear of your own failure. Like, okay, you can't let people's fear of you failing deter you. Yeah, your willingness to win got to be stronger than your own fear of failure and other people's fear of your failure. If you really want it.
Right, yeah, I feel like you got to have perseverance in self motivation,
and that's like, whatever you're doing.
That's whatever you do, and I feel like because a lot of times, like you said, you walk that line by yourself.
Yeah.
And then they try to meet you at the end.
Yeah, you got to really kind of have tunnel vision with it, like really know what your goals are and like what you got to do to accomplish them.
Since you've been in this, once again, entertainment business for a long time, what has kept you in Tampa? Most people are like, I'm finna go to Atlanta, I'm finna go to LA, I'm gonna know, but what has kept you? Okay, let's talk about that.
What kept me in Tampa is going around, moving around. And I see what's dope from those cities, but I always it showed me what's unique about Tampa. Like I told you, I ride around and I tried that in other cities, but you hear some wild shit. Like it ain't, it's stuff I'm not familiar with. So what I know Tampa does, like Tampa's gonna show me what it needs, like at the moment, like them voids. You feel me? Like I'm gonna hear something that I know, like okay, Tampa gonna go crazy about this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I could produce for the young boys and Rod Waves and all that, but when it comes to Tampa making music for Tampa, nobody finna do it like me. Like, and that's because I pay attention to Tampa. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from here. I know what's up with the city, and I'm in tune with it. So even if I go to other cities, I'm always gonna be tapped in with Tampa. Even if I live somewhere else, I'm gonna tap in with Tampa. Like I'm always gonna be here. You feel me? It just I don't know. I love like this. Really, my favorite city. You feel me? Like, but I didn't know that until I started traveling.
Okay. And you know, we done talked about the producer, the work that you put in and stuff like that. Let's talk about the man behind the producer. How is your daily life is? I know you say you're a father, right?
Yeah, I'm a father.
How was being a producer and being a father of two lovely daughters? How was that experience?
It's dope because they into it. Like they trying to make beats and all that. My 4-year-old, she could freestyle like man, it'll scare you. Like she'll get on the beat and start finding these little pockets and but she like will be rhyming and saying words for real. Like it blow the hell out of man. Me and her mom were like, what the fuck? Well, then my I have a 10-year-old too. She been on it. Like she made beats on her phone and all type of shit. Like she wrote a diss against me and snap. Like it was on it. Had a little voice for it and all. Like I'm like, you been doing this. Like this ain't your first one. But she was like, nah, this is my first rap. Like damn. All right.
What advice do you want to as a father? What do you want to display to your children? What's your biggest goal before we wrap it up here?
I want to show them like pretty much. My biggest goal for them is to provide enough cushion for them to follow their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Not be scared to fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you do fail, know I got you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know, like, go for it. Like, that's my whole thing with them. Go for it. Whatever you want to do it. Like, go for it. Because the stuff I was dreaming of or thinking of when I was a kid, that's what is feeding us now. Like, we just paid rent off my dreams when I was 10. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I encourage them not listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I really listen to them, and I try to make sure they know that what they say matters. Like they thoughts matter. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some solid advice.
This has been another great episode of the Get Ready For It podcast. It's your boy, The Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing that also amazing touch. Hey, make sure you check me out at AmazingIam_ my personal page. Make sure you also check out our podcast page at Ready For It _1. Hey, Jelly, where can my people find you at?
Find me on IG, JellyBelly603, just the way it sounds.
And the icon, the legend, the greatest gift to Tampa, Florida, my boy Gitt Fai. Where can my people find you at?
You can find me everywhere. GITTFAI on everything. Ain't no extra on it. Just GITTFAI. Or the website GITTFAIOTW.com. That's where the beats at. Go find you something. Go find you a hit. Go find you something nice. Get your baby daddy a beat or get your baby mama a beat.
Hey, y'all, it's been a pleasure, man. Get ready for it.